lovelies! Welcome back to my Cavern of Secrets. I hope you all are enjoying your Fridays. I've been watching the show Hannibal on Hulu, and I've made it to season 3 finally. I like how the show is kind of leading up to Red Dragon, the movie at least. I haven't read the book in ages, but it was one of my favorites. There may be spoilers, so if you haven't seen the show, I recommend it. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of a 10. Partly because I noticed some issues with the show compared to the novel. However, my assumptions could be completely wrong, and this may actually be a 10. Because I haven't read the novels in a very long time, so I don't really remember a lot of them, like what happened in them. Verger is one of them. I know he didn't die until later in the books. I do remember that. So I was kind of disappointed that they kind of seemed to rush that one into the Red Dragon storyline. I also don't really remember Abigail or her being an important figure in the novels. That doesn't mean that she wasn't in Red Dragon. It just means I need to reread the books. I was surprised by the gore of the TV show because, well, it is a TV show, meaning it's made for TV. However, I thought it was very well done, and the cinematography was beautiful in a lot of ways. Disturbing, but beautiful. And if we're talking about serial killers, there's going to be gore and some disturbing instances. The cast was well chosen. I thought they all did a fantastic job in their roles. I'm a Lawrence Fishburne fan, so it was awesome to see him as Crawford. And honestly, when I saw that his name was part of the cast, I was wondering who he was going to play. And it was amazing to see him play one of my other favorites in this series. I thought the actor who played Will Graham did an amazing job portraying the character and bringing him to life. He was one of my favorites in Red Dragon. He was actually my favorite character in Red Dragon. And I was sad that he wasn't in the rest of the books. However, I can understand why. He did retire from the FBI because of what happened to him. I'm not going to disclose that. You're going to have to read the book unless it actually is shown in the show. But I don't think they would show that. But they might. I liked how the serial killer cases Will Graham assisted on were included in the show, and that they didn't kind of make up new ones for the sake of extending the show, making it longer. I didn't like how it seemed Will Graham was becoming a serial killer, although I can understand the thought pattern behind it. I mean, when you're trying to capture a brilliant psychopath like Hannibal, Will Graham may have done anything to try and trap the killer, and I don't really remember much of how Will captured Hannibal. I know it's in the book, I just don't really remember it. And by Will portraying that he's following along with Hannibal's mentorship may actually have worked in a sense, because Hannibal would think that he's creating another serial killer. I don't know if Hannibal actually did create serial killers from his patients. I don't remember, honestly. And I thought it was kind of out of character for him because of his personality traits. However, it may have happened. I kind of wish the show kept going and continued into Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Rising, and so on. However, we kind of already have those with the movies, but with TV shows, I've noticed you can really show more of the story. You can tell more of it, I should say. Because each episode is almost an hour long, and you have 13 of those. Whereas a movie, you only have 2 hours and that's it. You're very limited and you have to leave things out and cut things short. Whereas TV shows, you can really show the character development, delve into the characters, and more of the plot. So I kind of am starting to like TV shows more so than movies. Because, like I said, they're kind of limited. However, with that being said, I kind of understand why the show ended where it did, even if it did get canceled. I mean, it makes sense to end at season 3, like at the end of season 3. This was a show about Will and Hannibal, which I found well done, and the cinematography was absolutely breathtaking. Like I said, you had, I liked watching Hannibal cook. I know it's kind of weird, and probably disturbing because those were like human parts, but if you didn't think like that, it was actually really beautiful watching him cook. I mean, all the detail and everything that went into it, just saying that. I also liked the music chosen for Hannibal because it is something that he would listen to. It's something that people would associate with someone who is sophisticated or rich, I guess. I couldn't see Hannibal listening to today's music or metal or any of that type of stuff. I don't think it would fit. Him listening to classical or opera was more suited to his personality. For those of you who have seen the show, what were your thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it or found it all right? The movies were better. If you thought the movies were better, that's perfectly fine. I don't have anything to really say because I haven't read the books, like I said, and the novels would really tell me more. I still love Silence of the Lambs, by the way. That is an incredible movie. Hannibal was okay. Hannibal Rising, the book wasn't that great. I will admit that. I actually was bored out of my mind in that book because it was all over the place. Because it's Hannibal reminiscing over his childhood, aspects of where he is right now. It was just all over the place. It was a mess, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Red Dragon, the movie was okay. It wasn't the best. I mean, compared to Silence of the Lambs, it wasn't anywhere close. I don't know how well it followed the book. I will have to rewatch everything and reread. And maybe I'll come back and discuss the movies further and the books. What were your favorite parts? Least favorite? I'll admit one scene that got me was when Verger was feeding his face to the dogs. That part in the books was disturbing as well. And very difficult to watch. Reading wasn't as bad, but watching it was, yeah, that was pretty brutal. I actually found out that a real man did that to himself while under the influence of PCP, which is what not influenced, but it's what inspired that scene in the book. It's pretty scary stuff. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope everyone is doing amazing and have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and take care. Until next time, where I review Friday the 13th, the original movie, along with serial killer Israel Keyes next week, and Daredevil, the TV show. I'm reviewing that as well. If you don't want to miss those, click the like, subscribe, and bell icon to show your support and stay up to date on all future content. Thank you so much again. Be sure to check out my other videos on the screen for your enjoyment. And I'll see you next time.